My husband's secret child called me mommy at the grocery store. The woman next to her looked exactly like me. Let me take you back to how this all started. 8 years of marriage to David felt like a fairy tale. We met in college, dated for 4 years, had the perfect wedding everyone still talks about. He was my best friend, my soulmate, the man who brought me coffee in bed every Sunday morning without fail. We'd been trying for a baby for 3 years. Fertility treatments, specialists, the whole heartbreaking journey. David held my hand through every negative test, every failed procedure. He'd whisper, "We'll figure this out together, Sarah. I promise." How could someone be so gentle about our struggle while hiding something so devastating? The first weird sign was his phone habits. David used to leave his phone everywhere: kitchen counter, couch, car dashboard. Suddenly, it was glued to his hand. When I asked about it, he'd laugh it off. Just work stuff getting crazy, babe. Then came the client dinners that lasted until midnight. The weekend conferences in nearby cities. The new cologne that smelled nothing like his usual scent. But here's the thing, David wasn't acting guilty. He seemed lighter somehow. Happier. Like he had this secret joy he couldn't contain. I thought maybe he was planning something special for our anniversary. God, I was so naive. The grocery store incident happened on a random Tuesday. I was grabbing milk when I heard this tiny voice behind me. Mommy. Mommy, look. I turned around out of instinct. Standing there was the most beautiful little girl, maybe 4 years old, with David's exact nose and chin. Next to her stood a woman who could have been my sister, same height, same brown hair, even the same style glasses I wore. The woman's face went ghost white when she saw me. Emma, come here right now, she whispered, grabbing the little girl's hand. But Emma kept staring at me with these huge blue eyes, David's eyes, and said, "Are you my other mommy?" The world tilted. I couldn't breathe. Other mommy? I'm sorry, the woman stammered. She's confused. We need to go. They rushed away, but not before I heard Emma say, "But Daddy said she looks just like you, Mommy." I stood there shaking in the dairy aisle for 20 minutes. That night, I confronted David. I described the little girl, the woman, what Emma had said. I watched his face crumble in real time. Sarah, I can explain. You have a daughter. It wasn't a question. The truth poured out like a broken dam. Her name was Emma. She was 4 years and 3 months old. Her mother was Rebecca, a woman David had met at a conference 5 years ago, right around the time our fertility struggles began. It was supposed to be one night, he sobbed. But when she told me she was pregnant, I couldn't just walk away. She looked so much like you, Sarah. It felt like the universe was giving us what we couldn't have. What we couldn't have? This wasn't we. This was him replacing me. You've been playing daddy for 4 years while I've been injecting myself with hormones and crying every month when my period comes. He'd been supporting them financially. Visiting twice a week. Taking Emma to the park, reading bedtime stories, teaching her to ride a bike. Everything I'd dreamed of doing with our child. But then came the second bomb. There's something else, David whispered. Rebecca and I, we're getting married next month. The room spun. What? She gave me an ultimatum. Emma needs stability. A real family. I have to choose. Choose? After 8 years of marriage, he had to choose? And you're choosing them. He couldn't even look at me. Sarah, you have to understand. Emma calls me daddy. She draws pictures of our family. I can't break her heart. But breaking mine was apparently fine. I didn't scream. I didn't throw things. I just walked upstairs, packed a bag, and left. I stayed at my sister's house for 3 days, crying until I had no tears left. Then rage kicked in. I hired the best divorce attorney in the city. We discovered David had been hiding assets, moving money to secret accounts to support his second family. Not only was he a cheater, he was stealing from our marriage to fund his fantasy life. But I wanted more than just money. I wanted justice. I did some digging and found Rebecca's social media. She had no idea David was married. Her Instagram was full of posts about finally finding the one, and Emma's daddy is the most honest man I know. Honest? The man was living a double life. I printed out 8 years worth of photos, our wedding, anniversaries, vacations, the fertility clinic visits where David held my hand. Everything. Then I showed up at Rebecca's workplace. "Hi, I'm Sarah," I said calmly. "David's wife of 8 years. I think we need to talk." Rebecca's world shattered just like mine had. She'd been planning a wedding to a married man. She'd let this man into her daughter's life without knowing he was actively deceiving another woman. But here's the twist that broke my heart and healed it at the same time. Rebecca canceled the wedding. She told David she couldn't marry someone capable of such deception. She was terrified of what other lies he might be hiding. "Emma deserves better than a father who lies," she told me through tears. "And so do you." We ended up having coffee. This woman I'd been jealous of, this woman I'd seen as my replacement, she was just another victim of David's selfishness. The divorce was brutal but swift. I got the house, half his retirement, and a hefty monthly payment. David fought for visitation with Emma, but Rebecca moved 3 states away for a fresh start. 6 months later, I got a card in the mail. It was from Emma, a crayon drawing of 3 stick figures holding hands. The note from Rebecca said, "Emma wanted to send this to the nice lady who looks like mommy. She asks about you sometimes." That little girl had lost the only father she'd known because of David's lies. My heart broke for her. Today, I'm remarried to an incredible man who knew my whole story before he proposed. We have twins now, conceived naturally, no treatments needed. Sometimes I wonder if the stress of David's deception was what was blocking me all along. David? He's alone. Rebecca never looked back, and his access to Emma is limited to supervised visits when he can afford the travel. He traded everything real for a fantasy that crumbled the moment the truth came out. The grocery store where it all began? I shop there every week now. I'm not hiding anymore. I'm not the broken woman who discovered her husband's secret family. I'm the woman who survived it and built something beautiful from the ashes. Have you experienced something like this? Tell me in the comments.